What was your favorite subject in school?
History has always been a favorite of mine. I have always, from as far back as I can remember, loved to be around elderly people. And if I wasn't with the elderly, I was with the little ones. The little ones kept me learning, kept me going, and the elderly taught me. I live right next to Monix Park. And but when I went to school, it was all black. And that's when I really began to get into why is this, and um, I couldn't understand it really until I started getting into my older grades and it was explained to me that's just how it is. We go to our school and the whites go to their school. Even though some of my classmates rode the bus past two and three schools in order to get into Lincoln, which was the all black school, um, we couldn't understand, why is that? We got hand-me-down books over at Lincoln. We didn't have the same courses. So I was one of the first 12 to go to Frederick High. Five of us girls walked, they met at my house, 22 South Bence. We walked down to Patrick and made a left, went up Patrick to Battletown, which was where Glad Chuck's is, that area. And we picked up our sixth schoolmate and we walked up to the hill, College Terrace, and then walked down College Terrace. When we reached the top of College Terrace, I can just see to this day, halfway down was nothing but parents. There was no policeman in sight anywhere that day. And we walked through, they were chanting 2468. We do not want to integrate. That has, embedded in my mind for all these years. We called ourselves the Frederick 12. We were 13, but one girl went back to Lincoln. She couldn't take it. That first week was hell. We had two administrators in the office that stood about 6 feet or 6 feet above 6 feet high. So they were way over us. They did nothing but stand in the door and watch kids push us, throw paper clips or balled up paper with stones in it, when we passed through the halls. And we didn't know, coming from Lincoln, the different rooms or where we were supposed to go. And it was just terrible. It was just terrible. They had separated all of us into separate rooms. No two of us were in the same room. 9 of us went into the 10th grade, and 3 went into the 11th grade. Pat Hill is the only living of the 3, and she's the first black girl to graduate from Frederick High School.
When you went home that night and told your parents, did you tell them you didn't want to go back, or what was their
I
reaction?
didn't. I did not tell my parents anything as far as what was going on. And you know why? Because they couldn't do anything. I had made an agreement with Mr. Henson and Mr. DeLauder at Lincoln School that I would volunteer to be one to go to Frederick High School that fall. And I wasn't about to go back on my word.